Nazem Kadri in this no trade clause. So he's got a full no move, but then next year it kicks into like a 13
Yeah,
team.
Petey had it wrong, and they never.
And then
did.
it's old Elliotte Friedman there. He's like,
Guys,
it's actually already a 13 team no trade. So it's not good. That's how it is right now. So what we're led to believe is we were given, you know what it was? Erroneous
on all accounts.
Misinformation.
Erroneous.
Disinformation.
Miss for sure.
It was fake news, is what it was, Dean.
So he's going to trade his ass.
So what that for fans of the rebuild, tank, whatever you want to call it, it's potentially good news coming to fans' way if, in fact, over half the league is available as a trade option for Craig Conroy and the Calgary Flames.
And if you believe that you don't want him on your team.
18 teams, yes. 13, try to convince him to make it.
That's right.
That is what you're looking at. The one team you can't trade him to is here. He's already here. So you got 31, 13 or no fly, or at least starting at that position.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a market he's okay with, but they were bad when he made his list. Hey, Naz, we'd love you. Yeah, I think I could win there. But again, Nazem hadn't said the single word trade once, and it's all people have talked about for a year and a half, it feels like.
Yeah, but he doesn't get to.
He never would. He's not going to. Maybe behind closed doors he is or isn't. That's not how
this is part how the business works. It's not fair, and this is it. You're going to be speculated upon because of how good you are, what your age is, and how much term's left on your deal.
As long as trades are going to be a part of pro sport, people are going to talk about
that's
will or will not this player be traded.
Potential of said trades. Yeah.
And
will he? Like you are 100% announcing to the world what your intentions
for sure you are. Yeah. Well, what your intentions are, you're 32nd today.
Oh.
The team, yeah.
That's last. Right. So that's also giving the world
I got another
a message as to what you are.
Another number 35. That's how old you are. So if you want to do some winning and lifting of the cup or long playoff runs, I mean, I don't know that you're going to play till 53 like Yager.
You're still treating it like he has a say, and it's if it's already 13. We don't have to ask you nothing.
That's true.
That would be the concern of the team that would be trading for. If they're interested in Kadri, they've got to be super close to winning.
Yeah,
because 35, it's not necessarily a cliff. For some guys, it is. But 35.
You're quite old.
Diminishing returns seem to be very
Yeah, but he's the type of player, don't you believe? Like
he's aged well.
He has aged well, and there are certain centermen that are smart enough to go, okay, what's he make? 7.5 for the rest of the time?
7 even for the next 3 years.
And so are you telling me at 7.5 with the cap going up that even if he is your third line shutdown centerman, that this is
I don't know that he can play that role, but I think still upgrade on a lot of teams' second line center. Like you want to start a scoring line.
Why can't he play that role?
Well, his defensive metrics never that good, but he's a really good offensive player. Like 30 plus goals, creates offense, one-on-one skills, great shot.
His defensive metrics.
Yeah. So it means it can't.
Well, I mean, look, is he a menacing face-off winning physical defensive guy? No. That doesn't mean he's not a great player. I think he is.
You ever watched a guy get older and play a different style?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Throw that out there.
He'd be a guy that could.
Okay.
That was kind of the point. That he has the anyway, and even if I was the one that said we should trade him, and you guys all told me I was an idiot.
You couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. Now he can. So trade him.
He hasn't been traded yet.
Two things have happened too, to be fair. Like A, the cap skyrocketed, and B, he's aged way better than you could have imagined. He had his career year last year at age 34. I didn't see anyone predicting that.
And 3 years have passed since
that's happened. And so there's less term left on the deal. But you're right. I did not think this was a movable item. This was an immovable object when he was playing under Darryl, and it was clear they weren't on the same page. And frankly, he looked worse than he does today.
What do you get? Because I've already talked to him today. But what do you guys are probably going to have to talk to Murray about eating some salary?
Get you more, so? Yeah.
He's not going to do it.
No. What if you talk to him?
You're sweeten the pot.
I
mean, if you want to move Joel Farabee, that's when you probably.
You realize that guy has a lot of companies. He's got a lot of work to do. We can't be bothering him on a day like 2 or 3
we already bugged him today. It's not anything overly pressing, but I think that was something. So it changes how we and I think fans that really follow the team close. If they're going to be sellers, that changes things. Whereas it seemed like Rasmus Anderson, that's likely because he's in the last year and he has no trade protection. He's free to be dealt wherever they want to. I think 13 teams is a nice little pocket for Nazem, but that's a lot of, and who knows what teams those are, right? It's his list. He's picked.
And the list might have been made years ago.
It would have been made when he signed the contract.
Well, they can update it every year, but
Yeah.
sometimes they often don't, or they forget to. I know that's how we got in the big chaotic thing with the player that ended up in Dadonov. Yeah, Dadonov. But look, like, if you're Nazem and the team is like, look, we're thinking about doing this, you don't have full protection, and Nazem starts thinking about it. If it's a competitive team and you got a chance to win a cup, like, I don't know if this can be tough. Like, no, I really want to stay here and see through this rebuild. I don't know. That's like a huge threat that the Flames are facing, right?
You don't have to ask him. Trade him. I don't have to talk to you.
Yeah, the only what we're talking about is if the best
I
offer.
know you're worried. Yes, but
I'm not saying that's going to happen.
That's quite a leap into. It's probably Buffalo, Winnipeg,
Edmonton,
Columbus,
maybe Carolina. Some guys don't like it there,
right? Like, if you went through it.
And again, when did he make the list? Who knows? It might be a rusty old list. It might be current and fresh as of this summer.
I guess it's what teams, not so much in where does he not want to go. It's who's going to be a trade partner. Who's looking for that type of player?
I think he could probably put together 15 to 20 teams. Now, what's the price?
So what's the return? As you said, probably unlikely that there's going to be any salary retained by the Flames.
I mean,
so it's a $7 million ad. You trade money out potentially in a deal, but
take some money back in. Like, I look at Montreal as a fit that makes a ton of sense. And it's like, okay, it's the last year of Line A. Are they done with that project? You could probably take that off to make room. You don't need to eat money if you take some back, in a sense. And then you're not using one of your retention slots for the next 3 years. That's the type of thing that would make sense for the Calgary Flames. Toronto, he'd make a ton of sense. They could use a little more offense after Marner leaves. You've got Tavares having a really nice start to the year, but another center wouldn't be the worst. There's a lot of teams where it's like, yeah, he's better than their second line center. And he just scored 34. What did he score last year? 34, 35? Like,
he still looks to me. It sounds like a guy in Calgary he still looks to me like a guy that's going to help a lot of teams.
Yes.
He's got jam in his game. I think he's been controversial in the past. This is a mature guy now. He's won a Stanley Cup in Colorado. He was very good for the Avalanche when they won.
Yeah, you wouldn't be considering trading because he's doing what he's supposed to do here, except you don't know what direction the team's going in and you're worried about asset management.
So the Leafs added Scott Laughton last year, who is a veteran center that is not as good as Nazem Kadri. And I believe they parted with a prospect and a first and got like a sixth and a seventh back. That would be like one of the highest value. He's playing fourth line center for them, pretty much has since he arrived in town. This is a much better player than that. So if you want to dream on a high return, if you get the bidding war you want, I don't think it's crazy to think you're going to get a first plus other assets here.
Lindholm-esque.
Lindholm was a straight rental, but again, younger, and the term wasn't confusing. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I think at the end of the day, the secret sauce in getting a huge haul for a return is just how many teams are bidding. Like, if there's two teams that really want them, add another. It's not a second, it's a first. The second pick's not a third, it's a second. Throw in a B prospect. Well, now it's an A prospect. Like, that is the formula to get a huge return, is having multiple suitors that really want a guy. So I don't know what the rest of the center market's going to look like for rentals and or trade market, but that plays a role. How many buyers, how many centers are out there?
Like, that's the thing for us. We can look at it and say, well, now there's only 3 years left at $7 million. But for other teams, there's 3 years left.
Like, this is not a rental.
This is not, we're not paying through the nose.
And if you're Murray and the Flames, it's like, yeah, we're not keen on eating money is the philosophy they've had. They've rarely done it. But it's like, well, if we retain, here's the cost to do it. I need X, and then I'm willing to do it. But it is a little dangerous with 3 years left, because that's retention for 26, 27, 27, 28, 28, 29.
It would have to be a spectacular return that you feel like you wouldn't be getting close to if you didn't eat.
Yeah, like if someone said 2 firsts and a prospect, like, okay, we got to do this.
Yeah.
Well, and again, I don't think that's reasonable, but I don't think a first round for Scott Laughton is reasonable either. And it happened last year. A second round for Brian Dumoulin happened last year. So what is the market like? We don't know. We'll see when these standings settle out a bit.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.